What's up, guys? It's Kyler.
It's Michael.
And this is Attic, otherwise known as Braden.
Hi.
Me and Mike and a crew of others, you know who you are, all helped this guy make his very first music video about 2 months ago now. Probably maybe even 3 by the time this video comes out.
Mm.
But today we're going to be watching the music video and giving y'all a commentary on our favorite parts, little secret stories that happened on set that you wouldn't see otherwise. And yeah, let's watch this video together.
Quick disclaimer before we get all the way into this video. There's not going to be like funny stuff included in this video. That will be for another one. We're going to make a behind the scenes video for this exact music video. And that's where all the funny stuff's going to be. So if you stay tuned to the channel and all of our social media pages, you will get heads up for those as well.
All the bloopers and behind the scenes.
There's some pretty great stuff in the
Oh, man. Just keep an eye out for that because
it's gonna be great.
I'm going to get roasted hard.
I want to do it so bad.
Anyway, let's watch this video together.
So can we pause it like just off the bat?
Okay, cool.
So, I mean, since like it's commentary, yeah, let's pause it off the bat. So did you
5
know,
seconds in?
Yeah, really? Did you know about the sound design? Like how we did the sound design?
I didn't know yet. No.
So yeah, when we were sitting,
Yeah.
how it was just yesterday.
Yeah, it was
we
yesterday.
literally just sound designed the very
Time we're
intro.
recording this, it was yesterday we did this.
Yeah.
Where we just on our sound library, shout out to audio.com, we found just a whole bunch of like normal sounds you would hear outside.
I love
He was
normal
like,
sounds.
Mike, just like spill some things because he was like, dude, you kind of have a knack for this thing. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, he played a clip that had like a title, something like crickets with like a subtle train in the back, and I was like, okay, you could do.
I was about to say I recognize this train, and I was like, I don't live by a train.
Exactly. Nobody would know that.
Yeah. But it sounds perfect
because when you get the audio clip off of audio.com, it's so loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
We just dropped it a little bit.
You just drop it, and you make it so subtle.
I love that.
Faded in. It's just what you would hear at nighttime if you were just walking around.
And if you listen closely, you can also hear crickets. That was another layer to the audio design that he was like, let's do some crickets. I was
Michael,
like, yes.
I bequeath you the title of Master of Normal Sounds.
Sweet.
Sounds.
I'll knight you later.
Awesome.
And play.
That build up though.
Yeah,
that's the other part.
The low tones that get higher. It was good. It was good.
There's
there
three
are
rises.
3 risers in that where
all layered.
One was more of a high pitch, one was it was a lower gritty thing, and then that hit at the end whenever the thing that fades off as the screen goes black. It I don't even know what it was called, but it's not really a riser, it's more of a decrescendo.
Yeah.
And so, but it pulls you out of that moment, and you're just left with the sense of like, what the crap just happened?
It's like one of those like where you see at the end of like the end of a scene on a criminal show. It's like, boom, after they just tell you like the crazy, they just show you the craziness that they're about to solve,
and you cut to a commercial.
Y'all nailed the audio on it. That's for sure.
Thank you. Yeah. By the way, we're gonna watch a commercial now since that sound happened.
We're just
not really. Anyway,
we're just sitting here.
I was like, my guy got sponsors already. Well, let's go.
Wish.
Okay,
Audio sponsor us.
Yeah,
not sponsored.
Epidemics.
Sure.
I mean, that was the perfect sound. Like, I'm trying to relay somebody feeling the surprise of finding this other side of you that wants to beat you up and that hates yourself, and it just fits perfectly. It's like, that's the kind of thriller-esque mood that you get when you're actually in real life in that dark place. Like, it's like, oh.
What really, like, whenever you brought this idea to me of having like this dude who chases you down and jumps you, and then it turns out to be yourself. I was not sure at all how to incorporate that into this video.
I remember that.
I was just like, I don't know.
And I remember you being like, okay, we'll think about that idea. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna get him to get it. When
we did it, it worked. And the way it's cut, where it's quick, it just it flows, and you're left with the sense of like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
So to begin with, like the whole reason that we even came up with like a riser thing was he was trying so hard. We were both racking our brains to figure out how to get the sound of a kick on the camera. Because, you didn't actually kick the camera.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out, how do we sound design that? Well, I was like, dude, you can just cover it up with a sound. You don't need a kick. And so we started exploring stuff, and he was like, a riser. I had no idea what a riser was until yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's like, this. I'm like, okay, I know that sound. I just didn't know the name to it. And so we started we all just kind of started getting these ideas, and it was just like one thing after another, and then we layered 3 sounds and final product.
Boom.
Yeah.
Because there's not actually a kick sound on there, is there?
There's no kick sound in that scene.
It's the illusion of like audio mixed with like visual.
And it's that hard bass note at the end.
Yeah.
That really gets the kick, if you will.
Yeah. Man, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't think we're gonna get.
We're never gonna get to this video,
No.
but yes, I know that the freaking words "white truck" are not white. I get it. Don't at me. The reason they're yellow
It's a genius
is
reason.
because it is a genius reason. Thank you for recognizing my genius.
He likes Star Wars.
It's because I love Star Wars. No, it's actually because this font and color are the same ones that you see on his album cover for So Lonely, Side A, The Jungle. And they're actually going to be the same fonts and colors for Side B as well, coming out later this year. So that's why it's a yellow white truck with bars. It's to match the logos.
Side B is the picture that we all just incredibly love.
The one picture that I may or may not put a photo of right here.
That's a spicy picture.
Guys, if he doesn't put that photo here, let me tell you, that's one of the best album covers, amateur or pro, that I've ever seen. No joke. Just the colors, the depth, everything in it. Amazing.
It makes you feel like you're in like a nightclub in Brazil.
No, seriously.
Or having a fever dream off of an LSD trip.
That's true too. That's true.
Dude.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Pills.
play.
That's a handsome guy.
In the back of my white truck.
Pause that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, this scene.
Founders
there's a story.
Plaza.
Yeah, Founders Plaza in Grapevine.
Yeah.
And the thing about this scene was we didn't actually plan to shoot this scene. I actually
Very impromptu, wasn't it?
Yeah. I actually kind of screwed up the timeline a little bit, and we got there an hour or two early, and
It was still dark.
sorry,
Just a little bit.
but it was still pitch black outside. But then we came up with this idea of just shooting Braden in his truck singing. We had this little Aperture MC, tiny RGB light that we put in there, turned it to white, and just let it light up his face. We sprayed some.
I was just about to say, I was
some smoke in a can.
I was
Atmosphere-
sugar happy with the atmosphere.
Atmosphere
dude.
aerosol. Just sprayed some of that. Give
Yeah.
the lights some volume.
We were
And
hotboxing
so-
him. That's really what it was.
Sweet mercy.
What did Mia say? Getting high in the back of my white truck. Credits to you, girl.
Yeah,
That was funny. That was funny.
Shall we?
We shall.
Pause it, please, dude.
This scene was so great.
You
because-
don't know? Do you know about this?
I do know about
Okay,
this.
okay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
This is about to be a 30
I'll
minute
let you-
video. By
no,
the
I'll
way.
let you preface
Sorry,
it. Preface it,
you
yeah.
finish.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this scene,
Oh,
we were just letting Braden and Mia, shout out to Mia, talk and chat in the van.
Catching up,
Catching up because
Yeah.
we actually knew Mia in college.
Yeah.
And as they were chatting, we were just kind of catching some B-roll. We were really looking for a specific shot of a plane taking off. And I was on the camera right then, and I just couldn't find a good shot of a plane. Like, all the planes were too far away and too small, and it just wasn't working. And so I grabbed all of our crew, Mike and Thomas and Christian, and I was like, guys, I need your help to brainstorm some shots because I cannot get this shot of a plane taking off. And then Michael goes,
I would say we were all on the. Okay, sorry. I was the only one in the actual bed of my truck, and y'all were down on the ground just by the tailgate.
Yep.
and we were recording on my camera. So when he got done, like, I can't get this shot.
What camera were you using?
It was the T7i, or the other brand is it's Canon 800D.
Okay, with a 50 mil.
With
1.8.
was the 50 mil?
Yeah, it was a 50.
Okay, and it was yes, it goes down to 1.4.
Okay, yeah.
So he hands me my camera back, and they're all like blah 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 blah, and I'm like, I'm kind of focused on them, but I'm also looking at this, and then I just hear this noise, and I'm like,
And that's
we
when
need to
I
get this
say,
shot.
like,
Yeah.
gosh,
that's
that's
when
an
I
airplane.
said, guys, I need some help with finding out some other shots.
And
And,
I'm
he
like,
goes like,
that?
and we, all three of us standing there, all turn around, and there's this big old plane just landing, and I go, and I just yell, go! And Mike, I wouldn't have even been able to do this. Christian was the one with the clapperboard, the slate, and Mike actually had the presence of mind to ask Christian to still put the slate in the shot before he actually started getting the plane in the frame.
Yeah.
And the like what you see right here in this clip, like Christian just took the slate out and the plane is going.
Quick
and so shout out to Mike for this shot.
And then he
here.
came over to me and me in the truck and he's like, dude, look what I got. And I was like, very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This
Yeah.
was one of the luckiest, best shots of the day.
It's such a good shot.
I knew you would be my love.
Mia and you were just good at acting. And like all of this is just genuine friendship.
Yeah.
Except for that part.
Yeah.
Where they
Pause it.
Okay,
Pause it.
didn't kiss.
We didn't want to kiss. I'm just gonna
It
be
was-
real. I know
it was
some
one of-
actors are like, let's kiss, but I was
It was
like,
really
nah,
one of these,
nah.
like where like it looks like you're doing it, but just overlapping. So
Yeah,
one of
Yeah.
those.
We had to
And-
get tricky with it. You
Yeah.
And
know?
that's also why I dropped the camera down, because they never actually got close enough to make it look like their
Yeah.
lips were touching, even if they were still on separate paths.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to drop the camera so,
So-
that it gives the illusion that they are kissing.
If you're ever acting and your director tells you you have to make this kiss happen, tell them no, it doesn't. I don't have to kiss anybody. I don't want to kiss. You get empowered, okay?
Certain
Yeah.
occasions.
At certain occasions.
This is a conversation for a different time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
play.
I don't get to kiss you in the back of my truck. Sometimes I wonder if maybe it could have been so much better if we stayed longer as friends. Maybe if we get older, it could have fit perfectly. But now we're older, and you left.
Pause.
Okay.
So Kyler did some editing. He did a lot of this edit without me. That's not a bad thing, by the way.
Gosh.
It's
Can't stand this.
So messed up.
I said that like it's such a bad thing. No, but a lot of the stuff that
Shun.
he was doing was like color grading, and he had color graded up until I think this point, before I had gotten to here, his place, and he kind of played it through for me. And he paused it just a little bit after this scene, and like as he's pausing it, like asking me, "Did you catch it?" I'm like, "Oh, I see what you did there." So we're like kind of like overlapping speech, and so he stopped. I'm like, "Yes, I definitely see," because it goes from this very like
Bright, warm,
happy, yeah,
tone, colorful,
and then
to
it fades
when Mia
away
disappears.
From Mia. Yeah,
Crippling
It's
depression.
just gray.
no
And
joke.
it's- Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Round and round I go, yeah, hating my life.
Yes.
Oh my
Pause
gosh.
that.
All right.
Just the silhouette. You can't go wrong with a good silhouette, people. I'm telling you, do the silhouettes.
So
They're hipster and they're cool.
So
Yeah.
how this happened, this shot and the previous shot are actually, well, they're two different shots. But I mean, when we were shooting this,
The raw footage.
the raw footage,
Yeah.
this actually happened at a later point in the morning, so it was actually a lot brighter outside.
Much brighter.
So the colors didn't match, and the way that we got them to match was to change both shots to make it look a lot more like a silhouette rather than show his face.
And so Kyler was trying to figure out during, I guess, watching through
The raw, the drafts.
watching
Yeah.
through the drafts, he was like, okay, the shot, it works, but I want it to work even more. And so we sat down, he and I think this was also just yesterday, and I was like, okay, I think the only thing that can make this a little bit better is give his face just a little bit more detail, because we couldn't give it an insane amount of detail, it just wouldn't
Yeah.
look right.
Yeah.
So just give it like just a boost in detail, just like minor. It will make the shot. And we went with it, and it looks
And it
amazing.
works.
Yeah.
It works
works.
very good.
You walked away and I was yours. My heart was alive.
Pause.
Yeah, okay,
dude,
so,
yeah.
man, it's like every other shot. I think this was your idea, wasn't it?
It was
or was it
I
yours?
think-
So like it was my idea to
Yeah.
follow him with my truck. So I
Yeah.
was driving.
But you
and-
wanted to do this walking shot.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted
he
to
was.
walk,
He
yeah.
had the idea of a walking shot.
Yeah.
I just had the idea of how we were going to carry the camera while you were doing the walking
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Yeah, and what's really cool about this, the thing about what we mentioned earlier, the 50 mil lens that he had on his camera,
No image
there's
stabilization.
no image stabilization in the lens or the body, and so even though we're rolling on a truck, everything is shaky.
Oh yeah, terrible.
I mean, it was very bad. It would have been fine. The shake, like it would have looked like a natural kind of shake.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just
It's too amateur.
It didn't look good,
Yeah.
and I just decided, you know what? Let's just try it. We put a stabilizer on it in Final Cut,
Mm-hmm.
and the entire thing stabilized perfectly, which I have edited a long time, a lot of footage that's way less shaky than this,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never seen it ever get something this perfect that was this shaky.
It's so smooth.
So, yeah,
and
you
another
would never know.
another layer to this is all these moves that you're watching. They're all improv. Like
I had
just
so much
on the
fun
spot.
acting that, just singing
Dude,
and dancing. It was
Your
great.
little like seriously like your little like side steps and hops and stuff.
Yeah.
They make this
Yeah,
like,
so
this
this
is
portion
great.
of it.
So
It gives us
Seriously.
such energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm sleeping on my side with a tear in my eye. I hope that you are doing well, not missing my smile. In the back of my white truck, it's where you spilled your love. You said you'd marry my heart. As I cried with you.
Okay.
That the whole fight acting was fun because I think it was a good learning opportunity
Yeah.
as acting for me and Mia
yeah.
because I don't think we're generally not angry people, you know. We're not we don't neither of us like fighting, right? And so we had to learn how to be mad at each other but not really be mad at each other. It was one of the weirdest experiences of my life, truly. And so we would hype each other up and be like, okay, what made you mad in your past? And then we'd be like fuel it on each other. And it was fun though. We had some scenes that got pretty intense.
Can I mention the don't use God as an excuse thing?
Wait, what was that one?
don't remember?
Oh yes, this was hilarious.
So, yeah.
Oh
Do you
my
want
God.
to tell it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what I said was
You can hear it in the raw footage too.
Yeah, you
When
can.
you-
It's really fun.
so. It's like
As they were trying to hype each other up and
Yeah.
play act into this angry space, Braden channeled some inner rage and decided he would say the following.
So I pretty much was like, and don't you dare use God as an excuse for us breaking up. Just mad. Because here's this thing, I don't know if everybody gets this, but in Christian culture,
There
that's
is
often a
God
breakup
card
excuse is God just doesn't have this for me, and it's like, okay. Can we not BS each other? Can we be real for a second
Yeah,
and be
just let
I
it-
don't like you because you're too clingy. Cool. It's better than being God told me to break up with you. False.
Just the moment when you just let that out there, I
Eh,
think
Everybody
everyone
laughed.
lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that take was cut there because
Yeah,
there was
you'll have
no,
to put that in the
into the BTS.
In the BTS,
Oh,
yeah.
But yeah, man, it
That's such a
was
good line.
super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seriously, I can't wait for the BTS.
I think I'm moving too fast.
and y'all did a good job, this part right there.
Yeah.
I know I'm moving too fast. Call what we have now a bus. Round and round I go. Yeah, hating my life. You walked away.
Back at the side steps.
I love it.
That's what I was talking about.
Now I'm sleeping on my side with a tear in my eye. I hope that you are doing well, not missing my smile. In the back of my white truck, and round I go, yeah, hating my life. It's where you walked away, now it's yours, my heart was
My guy's down bad.
I miss you. Now I'm sleeping on my side with a tear in my eye. I miss
You did a good job acting in the car.
doing well, not missing my smile. White truck. White truck.
This was one of my favorite shots to film. just the entire and what y'all are going to see in the rest of the video. All this stuff outside on the curb with the alcohol. It's some of my favorite. Yeah, alcohol is just
I don't
water.
encourage getting drunk. I promise you, it doesn't help a breakup. I promise you that. It never has anybody. We all just act like, oh yeah, let's get drunk.
And disclaimer,
doesn't work.
Everything in that bottle was water.
Get hydrated.
I was so
Yeah.
hydrated that night. Holy crap.
Point is, I love like that shot where I'm tilting the camera. It just gives this
Oh, it goes along with like that buzzed, woozy, almost drunk
upset.
feeling.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was a fun shot that I liked. Oh, another thing. That hand that you saw was not Braden's hand.
Not, no.
Sorry, Christian.
Sorry, Christian. We love you.
You just
Christian
didn't make the
Kramer,
cut.
you didn't
No.
literally make the cut.
But you did a
We
great
did have
job.
another shot that just didn't work. But that is Christian Kramer's hand in that one shot right there.
You have beautiful hands.
Yeah,
I have to,
we
okay,
gotta
I have to
mention
do. I have to
this.
do one of them, and this is I think one of my favorite, and it really should belong in the bloopers, but
It'll be there too.
yes, it'll definitely be mentioned again. But that is seriously my favorite shot, just because what we did, like when you, I guess this is like all music videos.
Yeah.
Is what you do is you go through and at each location, you record, the singer, songwriter, actor, whatever, going through the entire song at each location. And
So you have images to pick from.
exactly, yeah. So you can just compile later on, like how we're doing, how any music
Yeah.
video is. And so we were going through the one where it was a little bit earlier in the day, so sun wasn't quite up yet, but there was still like that glow in the sky.
Sun
And
was saying hi. It was like,
ju-
"I'm here."
Yeah, it was just barely there, but like there was no sun actually to be seen. And he was on top of his truck. I say SUV, but either way,
White van.
Oh,
So-
that sounds crazy.
you'll
I didn't think
see
about
that he takes his hat off and he chunks it.
For
And-
frustration emphasis.
Yeah.
Fair.
And he just went through the rest of the song like
No
he
hat.
didn't realize like where it landed or anything.
But everyone else saw
And
where it landed.
we were laughing so hard,
Dude.
trying not to get it in the video or anything. If you see in the bottom corner, there's a little tarp that sits on top of a park bench. It's like an awning almost.
Yeah, it's
it
just
landed
a little-
straight on top of that, and it's like a good 10 feet in the air. So
We did some jumping.
yeah, I pelted the underside of it with my speaker case, and luckily got it down.
Yeah. We still have that hat.
I still got that bottle sitting on top of my dresser.
Those shots of him taking shots, those are some of my favorites. Shot for fun. Like the quick cuts.
Oh, quick pause right there. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I looked like I was
Toasted.
not having a good time there. I felt fine. I was like, we're doing a music video, but I'm surprised it came out that
Yeah, good.
intense.
It's good.
That intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the back of my white truck.
Pausing.
So, the part where he kicks over the bottle, we saved that for the very last, just in case when he kicked it and it hit the
broke.
ground, if it shattered, oh well, it would have added even more of an effect to it. But the fact that it didn't break, all the same.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember where I was going.
This
exactly
was
with that.
actually when we shot it. We planned for this to be the last thing y'all saw.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
when I was putting it together,
Mhm.
I just thought about it and I was like, "There's some other stuff that we could do with this ending,
Yeah.
and bring the whole story full circle. Because otherwise, the beginning wouldn't make that much sense.
Yeah.
And so you have to see the whole video to understand the beginning.
And so the whole thing, like, the entire reason that he's kicking the bottle is all due to Kyler. Like, that was all his idea. He was like, dude, you're drunk, you're clumsy. Kick the bottle when you get up.
Kick the bottle.
Like, that's just like,
Kick
that's
it.
like something a clumsy person that's drunk would do.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, it added,
It
like,
worked.
it added
Nice.
the, like, perfection to the ending of him getting up.
And I love like the fact that the focus is so close to the camera.
Mhm.
Everything past this like edge of the concrete on the right side, everything else is blurred.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're just walking into this fuzziness is really I think symbolic too.
Walking into
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuzz.
Is where we shed love like trouble. I miss
Shout out to
your
Evan Smith.
Shout out to
I was
Evan.
gonna say playing Dark Braden.
I miss your eyes, love, too fast.
Okay, so many things I want to talk about on that ending there.
Okay.
Kyler showed me this ending on the first draft, and then he had changed it on the second. I said, wait. No, we need that ending
Yeah.
in there, because it's like it just really, I think, especially the view where like I'm in my car and I'm looking straight at the camera. It's very icy. It's very much like it shows the viewer like this is intense. Like this was tough. This was a tough thing to live through and have to deal with this specific breakup. It was tough, and so I just felt like all those shots of like the head like turning to the camera was just like point in case there's the emphasis.
And you were
Walk
right.
away.
That was better than what I had chosen in the second draft.
Yeah.
And then
It's rare that I'm right.
the credits.
I thought that was a nice touch.
Personally, I just love doing short credits at the end of videos. At
Beautiful
if
scenes.
you've seen,
I get an 80s vibe from that too, which I love.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, a little bit of
like
that.
that's just really cool.
Yeah.
I love doing like short credits. You've
Yeah.
seen them in Anxiety. You've seen them in
Happy place.
Happy Place. Oh, that's starting again. But
Play it again.
It's just cinematic, beautiful B-roll at the end that just kind of closes it out for me.
Yeah.
So, and I like seeing my own name in
Me
Who
too.
doesn't?
on screen.
Yeah. Man, overall, this was just such a fun experience to do with y'all and
No,
the
seriously.
whole team. Thanks to everybody
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
like because
involved in this.
we had to wait like 4 hours in between the
Oh,
midday
yeah.
shots and the night shots. Dude, we hung out and
We
we went
shot
to
this.
We went to what, downtown Denton? What's
yeah,
it?
we
Downtown
went to
Denton?
a
Yeah,
Barley
dude.
and Board. All my
Dude.
Denton people know what's up.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
my Denton people know what's
Barley
up.
and Board. Then we went to what was it? Marble Slab? Was that over there?
No,
It
it's
was
Beth
just-
Marie's.
Beth Marie's. Okay,
yeah,
so the ice
yeah.
the ice cream parlor over there. What else did we do?
We kind of just hang
hung-
out.
Yeah, it was, after that we
Some
just
of us
hung out,
took
yeah.
naps because like we got there like early.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
And
it
then
was
that was one of the most exhausting days of my life.
Yeah, seriously,
Well,
because we
it's
shot this all
sometimes,
in
like,
one
fun.
day. We shot this starting
my-
at 4 a.m. and we ended at 9 p.m.
My guy comes to a meeting, okay? He gets everybody together in a circle, and he's like, all right, He's like, a mentor of mine once told me that those of us who are creatives, we are masochists. And it's so painful, but we do it because we love it. And I was just like, well said.
Yeah.
Well said,
Yeah,
good
really.
sir.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Grant Parker down in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, creatives are masochists. We cause ourselves pain and we love it. So this whole day was absolutely exhausting.
Oh yeah.
And there was so much there was so much fun stuff that happened. And then
I slept until like 2 the next day.
oh man, the next day.
I slept.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that must
I haven't
be
slept like that
nice.
since college.
I remember
For
like
real, though.
driving home. I was like trying so hard to stay awake, and I had to drive for like an hour home. And
Yeah, you were by yourself because
Oh,
I
no.
followed your wife home
Yeah.
because I didn't know exactly where I was at.
Yeah.
And she likes to drive, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And I love it because that's the way that everybody needs to drive. If you can't go fast,
Get where you going.
Get out of my way. Yeah, but
Oh, man.
and shout out to my wife for doing all the
Seriously,
food.
yeah.
And,
She was so helpful.
yeah,
Very
and
helpful.
she got all of us food that morning.
She kept us
and,
going, for real, though.
for lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and she was
Sandwiches,
just
yeah.
great because she hung out and helped.
Mm-hmm.
And then
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
so shout out to this guy, Thomas Mims.
This guy.
Oh, thank you, Thomas Mims, Christian Kramer. What's Mia's last name?
I think it's Ruiz. Mia
Ruiz?
Ruiz. Yeah, Ruiz. Mia, I don't know if I've ever asked you your last name, but I'm
Mia.
going to say it's Mia Ruiz. I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere. Yeah.
Shout out to Mia. Shout out to who am I missing?
Evan Smith.
Evan Smith.
My guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't say
it
it.
doesn't say Mia.
I
It
would
just says
show it.
Mia
I
on
would
her
show
Insta.
it, but yeah.
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 But cool. Thanks for watching this video. We love you. Stick around for more content. And yeah. We'll see you next time.
See ya.